All right, so I've been tasked. Sarah's not here yet. She told me to do this. I filled up a bowl with some lukewarm water, and I guess the ranunculus bulbs need to be opened up or something. I'm sure she'll correct me on this afterwards. But I'm taking 5 of each variety and gonna put them in the water so that they can soak in the water for 3 hours. 1, 2, 3. Oh, they're so cool. This is what they look like. 4, 5. So that's the yellow. You can show them in the water. Sal's my video girl right now. Oh, this one's different. Oh, look at that. 1. That's bigger. 2.
They look scary.
I know, they look like little creatures. 3, 4, 5. I hope these aren't stuck together. I feel like they are. And I'm doing like 40 of them at once.
They make bubbles.
It's just too funny. I don't know why. I think it was just the way it was sitting, but our little fairy on the shelf, and I'm not that much taller than her. Like, maybe
so
just
close.
A little bit. Maybe a little bit. But my torso looked so. It just was really funny. We all just were laughing. Okay, so I stirred the ranunculus a little bit. I moved them in the bulbs in the water. They need to, I guess, be. How many times should you do that? Like, move the bowl. So remember, I put the ranunculus in the bowl earlier.
Like every 30 minutes.
Every 30 minutes, just kind of give them some movement. And then Sarah just did a little bit of watering. And then what are we going to plant first? The ranunculus, or we're going to plant the zinnias?
We're going to prepare the ground for the ranunculus, probably.
That's next. Okay, what are we doing here?
So I am digging 2 to 3 inch holes for the ranunculus corms to go down. People use like lots of different things to get their holes to be 2 to 3 inches, but right now we're just using a little shovel. Okay. Simple as best.
And you kind of like set the places where you wanted everything with the popsicle sticks?
Yep, so all the ranunculus are going to be anywhere between 6 to 9 inches apart. This gives them proper room to grow. This gives them the ventilation and air they need, especially because we're in a warmer climate and we're planting the ranunculus a little bit later in the season. We just want to make sure that they get as much like ventilation, cool air as they can, because they love that cold temperatures.
Okay.
So some of the roses, like when you're first getting the bare root roses in ground, this doesn't happen all the time, but it can happen when they're just a little shocked. We see like a little bit of browning right here. It'll probably focus in a second, but if that browning continues, then what we're going to do is we're going to come down here and prune this to make sure that the rose is not focusing on healing during this time, but the rose is focusing on adjusting to its new environment at this time. We want to make sure its energy is going to the right places, so that's why we're doing that.
I'm bringing our snackies. I just told Dino, he's working in the corner. I was like, babe, let's bring snackies on the plane with us. We're gonna bring some of that crack. And did you guys know we also sell our granola now that we have in our yogurt bowls? One other thing that's gonna launch tonight that we haven't had since we opened. We had this when we were shipping out of my guest house at our house, the oil and vinegar set. And then we were like, you know what? This is so cute for syrups. You could put 2 different types of syrups in there. So we put syrup in one just to show, but that's gonna be launching tonight as well. Gonna go plant our ranunculus right now. So we'll going back and forth from store to planting to gardening. But I cannot stop thinking about my trip to New York. I cannot wait. I'm so excited about it. Cannot wait. We leave tomorrow morning. And I'm so excited for the food and the fun. And so here they are. She said that they've expanded in size a little bit. And like I said, remember I said at the beginning that I think some of them are stuck together? Yes, some of them were stuck together, but
they love to do that.
That's okay. I'm just glad it wasn't me breaking them apart before, not knowing.
And when they are stuck together, you know, their roots like to get kind of like intertwined like this. When they are, all you do is you just gently kind of pull them from each other, and you can separate the piece just like that. Okay. And that way you have 2.
Okay, let's get to planting.
Let's do it. Cools down.
Tentacles down. Do I like push it in a little? Like that? Okay.
Yeah. And then
Have a little bit of
there's
dirt.
some loose soil around here. You can just throw them on top. Cover them up. And then pat them down.
Okay.
You're a pro. Next. Take this guy.
And we are doing no rhyme or reason to the 3 different kinds. We're just planting them wherever, right?
Yes.
Because we just wanted them to kind of have that wildflower look. You got this, Suze.
Yeah, they're a little creepy with their long things.
You know this is Mama's favorite flower.
Wait, what, really?
Yeah. Just picking which seeds we want to plant, which colors. Sarah had already done a bunch of work just to put together the beds and what would go well with what. So these are the roses that we planted in each one. And then just pairing what will go with it. Those are we just planted those. And we planted those.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's ranunculus. And
these.
oh, and those, yeah, so pretty. Okay, so we're now gonna be picking some seeds, and we will have these for sale afterwards, after when we're done and the garden is open.
Woohoo!
There is no desert that your streams can run to. There are no ruins that your love won't make new. You tell the waves that
We are adding the colostrum,
Look how tiny.
the celosia.
So good.
They're so tiny.
Can't wait
Look
for
at how
Look
little
how
they are.
tiny. That's the.
And
that's
this is
the
what
seed.
that will look like. Oh my goodness.
They're so tiny.
So will these kind of go in the same way?
Yeah, so yeah, basically I'm just putting a few more down because they're so small. We can then thin them out later, but
Did you make a hole for these?
I
just can't
did,
tell.
but they're
just
so small that they only need to be like 1/8 deep. With seeds, you want to basically lay them like double the size of their length.
Okay.
So with these, they kind of just need to be pressed into the soil, let the sun catch them, and then they'll be all set.
I just want to like take all of these seeds and throw them all over the mercantile. So, perks of living in Florida. Such a gorgeous day. From the Merc to the garden to the beach. Got the studs with me. Look how pretty it is. It's so nice.